Lately, we've seen a lot of major mistakes when it comes to PPC, so I thought it would be great to do a video on some of the biggest mistakes that we've seen, or some of the most common ones. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all of them because that would be a lot, but I think some of the major ones are worth talking about. For example, one of the biggest things that we see is set it and forget it. A lot of times you hire an ad agency or you create your own campaign and you forget all about it. But as anything else in life, things change and it constantly has to be monitored. You have to make sure that keywords still make sense, that the ads that you created still make sense. Your development had a grand opening, but it's been 6 months, then those ads need to reflect whatever messaging makes sense at the current time. So again, you want to go back and you want to review not only the keywords, but you want to review the text, and you want to make sure that the landing pages that you have are still live, because that's another thing that happens. Some of the landing pages that you used before may, one, not make sense, or two, not even be live, and you could potentially be hurting your efforts in that way. So another thing that we see a lot is that people focus on impressions versus leads. So what happens when you focus on impressions is that you're casting a huge net. And so you're basically getting anyone to click on your ad. And that could be someone here in the United States, someone in India, someone in China. It can be people that are virtually anywhere, as well as casting a large net of keywords just to build up those impressions. But those aren't good impressions to have. Our opinion, of course, is that we'd rather have a low number of impressions but have a lot of qualified leads. That makes more sense. So that's part of the strategy that you want to create. You want to make sure that you're going after the right audience. So another thing that we see, another common mistake that we see, is not getting qualified leads. You might be getting forms, you might be getting people through the door, but they're not qualified. So ways that you can make sure that you're getting qualified traffic is to, again, make sure that the messaging on the PPC ad is correct. Does it resonate with your audience? Are you speaking to them? Are you focusing on price? Are you focusing on quality? What is the main message that you're delivering? You don't have a lot of space, but you got to make the best of it. With that said, to get qualified leads, you should also make sure that the keywords that you're going after, that the search queries are accurate. So make use of negative keywords. If you are at a higher price point, if you're selling a home and you're at a higher price point, don't go after cheap homes. That may not make sense. And if you do that, you're going to get the wrong audience. So again, and the same thing, whether you're an attorney, you need to make sure that you're going after qualified leads that make sense. If you're a family attorney and you're looking for divorce cases, it doesn't make sense to cast a wide net and just go after civil. So, again, you have to be very specific and you have to make sure that it makes sense. Another mistake that we see, or that we've seen most frequently, is search queries not matching the actual text in the ad. For example, I search new construction homes, Miami, and then I get a result that says something that is counter to that says resale homes. Now, that's a major mistake, because now me as a user searching, I'm not going to click there because I just searched new homes in Miami. I don't want to see resales. So the ad has to make sense with the search query. So again, that's all part of analyzing and making sure that everything is correct, making sure that you have the proper strategy in place. And it happens quite frequently that I'll search a city and be sent over to another city. All that's going to do is increase your bounce rate and it's going to drop your quality score. Another thing that drops your quality score is having a landing page that doesn't make sense with the ad. So again, going back to the example, if I look for new construction homes Miami, but I'm taken to a landing page that says resale homes Delray Beach, that's a disconnect. I'm going to bounce off that page, and that's not going to be a lead that you convert. It doesn't make sense to get that traffic. You're spending money where you shouldn't. Now, touching on the subject of spending money, a lot of times people spend money on keywords that they already rank organically for. That's not a good strategy. A good strategy would be spending money on the keywords that you don't already rank organically for and going after those keywords so that you can get those visitors as well. Now, if you're already ranking organically for something and you're putting the bulk of your money there, that's just money that's not well spent. Now, if you have an endless amount of money, then that's fine. But assuming that you have a budget and that you need to stick to that budget, what makes the most sense is to go after keywords that you don't rank organically for. Obviously, if you're already in the top results, people are going to see you. People are most likely going to visit your website. They're going to want to get your services. They're going to become a lead, assuming that the landing page and everything else is correct. So again, these are just mistakes that we've seen most recently. There's plenty of things to look out for when it comes to PPC, but these are some of the major ones that we've seen and continue to see. And if you'd like a free audit, we'd be more than happy to do it for you, and you can email us or give us a call.